Why add now? Whatever. No, not. So they have a daily challenge and new game level 2 question mark? What? What is all of this? Oh, wasn't this the one that has, yeah, it has expert hard and whatever. But they say daily challenge. What does that even mean? Okay, so much percentage could solve this puzzle. Um, yeah, that's. Don't tell me this is the same. Have I already done this? What? Okay, let's take a look what we got here. Start with pencil. So we have one. Obviously, there can only be a one here, so that's actually just true. And then we have another one that is considered in the middle. And so it can be here and there. So we'll pencil those in. And then the last one is up here. We know that's a 1, so that's correct. And so the next is here. We're not penciling. That's right. Um, then we have 7. For some reason, I'm thinking 7 could go here, but it doesn't mean it will. So can go here as well. So yeah, we really don't know where that 7 go. Let's move on to something else, like the number 2, which must go here. So that's obvious. There you go. And then this one is a 2. And then up here can't, so it has to be up here. And then this is where the other 2 is. I don't really care about who can't solve the puzzle, because you either just don't know how to solve Sudoku or whatever else. Um, so what else is there? Is there 4? Yeah. Where is it? It's here. Cool. What was the last 4? Over there. Ah, there you go. How about the number 3? 3 needs to be in the middle, but it must be here, so therefore it must be there. I just go by order and everything. And then we have these other options for 3, where they have to be in the middle for this one, so I'll pencil that in. And not here. So we know that it has to be either here, and this one has to be on the bottom somewhere. So here's where it actually is. And then the other one is in the middle. And this one's here. That's how that works. Okay, so we have 5. Let's consider 5. And we get this remaining number. And then we consider this 5 and that 5 and everywhere else, and we consider this. And then this one. And where's the last 5? It is here. Forcing the 1 to be here. Very good. Here's a 6. And then there is a 8. Here's another 8. There's an 8 here. And an 8 there. And an 8 in the middle. And an 8 top. Yay. 7. Swans are swimming. There you go. And then we have 6 and 9. Let's do 9s because we already know where the 6 is going to be so quick when we get to the 6s. I feel. Choink. Bada boo. We now have the best cash out methods. What the fuck are you talking about? This is part of the ad. Oh no, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have unpaused. I thought I already had an ad, and then it showed another of the same thing for the ad. That's weird. Okay, so we did the daily challenge. That's not important. It's just the daily challenge. Anyone can do that. Let's go to hard. Fast pencil. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not doing that. So we have 5 to be considered. Let's try. Yeah, fast pencil is like, no, it's cheap. I don't want to do that. Let's think about this number a little bit, and we don't have a lot to go for, so we have a 4. That's cool. Ironic. 3, could be high or low. 7, well, there's the 7, so there you go. And then we have another 7, which we don't know which one that is. And that one, or this one. Well, it has to be on the top. So we could pencil that in that it's a 7 here and there. And therefore these are 7s here and there. Sorry, not here. Here. And then this 7 is here and there. We could do all the rest of the numbers, but I don't... Wait. Okay, that's neat. Curious. Okay, so if I were to consider 8, it could go here or it could go there. And there's not a lot to go by. So what about 9? Let's just do some candidate of 9 is here and there. The other 9 has to be here and there. And then 1 has to be here. Oh, that's a 1. No, that just is a 1. Okay, cool. So the last numbers are 2, which isn't taken yet. Could be here, or elsewhere. And the other number is 3. 3 is already taken, so we can just say this one and that one. There you go. So that means 3 is in the bottom. It doesn't help me to know which one of that. 6. Well, there's a 6. Alright, and then this is the other 6. Right, and then we have 6 low, high. So we have to have it somewhere on the side. So this would be this one. That'd be that one. 1 unclear. Okay, let's keep going. Something. 7. Okay, it must be here. Actually, the other 7 is up because we know this 7 is down. That's good. Then we have 5, which could be here or there. Let's pencil that in, because there's nowhere else the 5 can go in that set. What's the last number? Alright, so the last number is 2. That can be here and there. And that's that whole block considered. Which, if this can't be anything else, that's just a 5. That's just a 9. Nice. And then this is, what can that be? Obviously it would be 2. Right. That makes sense. The last 3 numbers are, or the last 2 numbers are 5, which is taken, and so this is the 5, and this is the last number, which is 1. Yeah, that's a 1. Yeah, this is so different to me. So this is not 7 or 2, obviously. The remaining numbers are 3 and... I just have to look at the box, really. 3 and 8, which we don't know which one that is. We'll just pencil in 8383. And yeah. Then we have to consider what happens if I think of other 3s or 8s. And it's like, I don't really know. So we think of penciling in 8 here and here, as well as here and there. Gotta narrow this down somehow. There's a 9. That's cool. Then if we have 8, 3, and the last number, last 2 numbers, well, there can't be a 3 in here, so what are these 3 numbers? Well, it must also be penciled in 3, I guess? And then there's a, what, 4? Which has to be one of these, so we'll pencil that in both of these, I guess. So could a 4 be here? No. Could an 8 be here? No. What's the last number? 3. What's the last number? What? There's like another number in the whole thing. Oh yeah, 5. So those could be 5s. Right. So it's not clear cut yet. What could this number be? God dang it, there's so much to do. Okay, if I think of over here, 8s, 7s, 9s, well, 9999, right? And that would force this one to be the 9 because, well, we don't know, actually. So let's not. Yeah, I can't see why not. All of these can't be 9s, and all of these could be 9s. So that's not enough info. Keep playing it over in my head, and I'm not the one. I have no idea what the heck was going on with things, but it didn't need to be that way or whatever. This is a 2. No, it is a 2. Because the other 2 is here. Or, eliminated stuff. Makes sense. And then we have... I'm just gonna have automatic pencil be the thing, because I'll be like wanting to pencil something and I don't want to make a mistake about that. What could this number be? Could be 4, I guess. So we'll say 4. Well, yeah, let's just put in the 4s for that column, I guess. Or could it be also here? Yeah. And then what's the other number? Can't be 1. 2? No. 3? No. No. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's just 4. Oh, so that is straight up 4. Cool. I gotta figure out the rest of the numbers now. The last two numbers for here, that'll be nice and easy. Let's say it's 3, and then also 3. So that's not helpful. But that's something. What about this number? Could be a 1, I guess. Not a 2. 3, I suppose. Yeah. No. Oh, there also can't be a 3 in here. That's stupid. Why did I do that? So that's just straight up an 8, right? And then that's a 3. Yeah, that makes sense. The other 8 is here. That makes sense. Then we have, what is this? There's a 2 somewhere, which has to be here, so we'll just place it. And then we have the last number is 1 and wait, that's the only 4, so that must be 4. What is this number? 1 and 3? Well, then that's a 3. So that's easy, that's a 1. Yeah, what are these numbers? 4, 5? Well, not 4, so it could be 5. We'll say 5. So if not 4, this is 4. This is actually easy puzzle. And then this can't have a 5, so and it doesn't have an 8. So it must be 3. And then that's a 5. Like, the candidates aren't complete, right? So I shouldn't just go by this. Like, I have to finish these ones off. And what is this? It's just a 1, 2, it's a 3? Yeah, it's a 3. Okay, and then this is not a... It's between 7 and 2. Well, that's the 7. That's the 2. Okay, and then you have another 7. Well, that's there. And then you have a 1. Can only be there. There's a 9. We don't know the other numbers. What are these numbers? Okay, so that could be a 1. We'll place those, and the other number is 4, so that's taken. So let's place that 4. That's a 1. Then we have the 9, which is a 1. So that 1 is taken, so that's a 1. And that's a 9. Right. This last number. Fast finish? Why do you block my button? I don't appreciate that. Excuse me, I'm trying to do something here. I want to pencil things in and I can't pencil it in because you're going to fast finish my ass. Can I not do that? Can I? No, I don't want quick mode on. I want fast finish to go away. I want to continue to use numbers because I'm stupid. Okay, so it's not a 1, not a 2, it's 4. Right. I find that insulting. I don't want to have you put the numbers in for me at this point. I still want to put it in because I still have to figure it out. It's not finished, right? You have to do this. It's like, okay, there's the 1. Then there's the 3. That's a 9. That's a 9. That's the 5. And that's the 8. I don't agree with the blocking my pencil too fast bullshit. I will rate you. What is going on? Trying to type here. Views of public. Submit as what do I say? Um I don't know, it's not bad, it's pretty good. Let me think about what I would say. First of all, stop with this nonsense. Okay, so what is it? Um, okay, so we've done hard, and we've unlocked expert. This is going to be expert mode. I disagree. I don't think it's going to be expert mode. 50% of people solve this. That doesn't seem experty at all. But whatever. There's a 9. I already have a number. What the hell? I don't even use candidate and I have a number. That's weird. That's a 6. Seriously, what the hell? I'm already getting numbers. 3, 3, 7, 9. Let's look at all the 9s. We have 9 and 9, and we have 9, 9, 9. And we have these two 9s, and these two 9s. So if those 9s must, these one cannot. We just erase that one immediately. Good. Already removing some noise. And already solving the numbers before we know how. Still candidate mode, thank God. The number 4 is extremely unknown, but it has to be here, so therefore it has to be here and not in the middle, in the other places. So technically manual candidate mode is a better mode, sort of, because you can get false positives and you have to manually do it anyway. So it's like kind of weird that way. The number 1, I'm not going to consider 1. There is only a couple of 1s, so there's very little information to get. 5, 4, 2, 9, 6. That's about it. I don't know. Maybe I need to start doing 1s. We'll do these 1s for sure. And then this one, that one. Forces. Ones on the side. Well, we could have ones on this side, we just don't know. But middle has to happen. And this entire block can be ones, so we don't know. And we consider 2, it could be anything on the top. And then here it's these 2 and these 2. Equals 4, really? And here. Everywhere in this block. Sheesh. Okay, what about the number 3? 3 is... Oh, that's interesting. They also label, like when you're looking at 3s, you also look at the candidate 3s. When I look at 2, all the candidate 2s also light up, which is fascinating. I haven't seen that format in anywhere else, so that makes this a cut above. Also, this is a false 2 candidate, so that's interesting. I like that. What the hell? That's a feature I didn't even know I wanted. Let's look at 4 here. So it could be 4, 4, 4, 4. And then we've looked at those. And then we need these ones. So it could be any one of these, except for the top row and any of these. There's no sound effects. That's weird.